Think. Hey!
No!
Hey!
Hi, babe. I'm so sorry.
Hey!
I couldn't find my phone.
Don't even worry about it. I've been getting to know your fans. They're all absolute delights.
Aren't
It's
they
so
so
nice to
cute?
see you.
It's nice to see you. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you, love?
I'm doing all right, honestly.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of like, you know, self-isolating in my
Yeah.
apartment and kind of just, if I go anywhere, it's just to my parents' house, like safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. I was actually just saying to your fans, your new single, 50 Feet, it's literally just dropped, but releasing music at a time like this, it must be such a different experience in terms of promo, performance.
Yeah, it's quite the experience. I'm doing like a few. Honestly, I think it's kind of cool though because I get to be really creative
Yeah.
on a lot of different fronts, like with a lot of different outlets. We're creating with the resources that we can, and I think it just kind of is a cute testament to like artistry and how important it is during a time like this, and
Mhm.
just the ability to do so and to create for a living. I love it.
You're right. It's like you're very resourceful. Like artists are. It's the nature of the work, and you can draw from whatever's going on. So now we have these totally different kind of stimulus to be drawing from, and you can actually connect, if anything, more with fans.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I have more time, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been I've also just kind of been able to tap into different parts of myself as far as like what I can share with fans, and just kind of them getting a new layer of me and getting to know me through like we started a live that I've done a few episodes of, and
Yeah.
again releasing these songs which are like the beginning of the new chapter of my life as far as music goes. And getting to share that, I think, is just that's what I do. So getting to do it in a time when people have the time to like absorb it, maybe
Yeah.
like parents who maybe otherwise would have been more busy, or people who are still busy right now and who are in a state of fear or whatever. Like I like to be able to make music that they can just kind of escape with or listen to and feel.
Yeah. I feel like music, I mean, it means different things for all of us at different times, but right now it's really, really important for people as like therapy quite a lot of the time. What's
Yeah.
been getting you through isolation? What's been making you feel positive and keeping your spirits up?
I've been doing a lot of like meditation. I've been stretching and working out.
No,
I've just
it's
been taking
important.
care of my body. Like I've been
Yeah.
really trying to get that whole mind, body, soul aligned. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk about it, you
Healthy
can
body,
do it.
healthy mind.
Yeah, and then that healthy soul too, like keeping like my
Yeah.
ground on where I stand on things, and doing what I can.
Yeah. You know what? Dancing makes me so happy, and I found that that's the best way to stay fit in the house. But I only just found out yesterday that it's been really annoying. I live in a flat. It's been really annoying
To everyone around
downstairs.
you,
They were
dude,
like,
I
"We
feel
can
you.
hear
The
you."
walls in my apartment are paper thin, like
Yeah.
paper thin. I can hear like these people arguing over here, and I know they hear my music because like when it gets too loud, I get a quick little sharp bang on the door. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, especially when I'm singing, I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. Like I really was not trying to have anyone hear me sing right now. And
Do you
then they'll
sing a
just
lot
be
in the
like,
house? Are you always singing in the house?
oh, I sing all the time.
Yeah. Are you finding it easy enough to be creative in this time? I know a lot of people are coming across like stumbling blocks just because it's quite an anxious time for a lot of us.
Yeah, I mean, I respect everyone and how they are personally like dealing with everything. You know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way to be dealing with
Yeah.
what we're going through, a collective trauma. Different
Yeah.
people get activated different ways. But I personally like I've been really creative and like just working on my discipline and like reading and just kind of like getting in tune with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of my main focus, and so I'm just like focused on
Yeah.
that. and I've been really creative actually. I've been getting all my songs together for my album, getting them like kind of narrowed down and detailed out, fleshed out.
For your fans watching right now, because I know that they're watching from all over the world, they were saying like, I'm in Colombia, I'm in Brazil, everywhere, Poland. Do you have any tips for getting through isolation, for trying to stay sane, so trying to protect, your mental health and your spiritual health?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. There's so many different tools that you can use. I think one that helps me a lot is the meditation, like working on that and trying to focus in on doing that as often, if not every day, as often as possible, if not every
Yeah.
day, you know. Definitely for me, like getting some sun is important. Like not
Oh, that
necessarily
fits
like
in.
being outside and
Mm.
in a like public setting or anything, but like going to the backyard and getting sun is like really important for me, just to keep like vitamin D on my skin and like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why huge reason why I moved back to Miami was because of the weather and the sun, you know. Um. So yeah.
So are you with your family throughout this? Are you able to be connected with them and see them and have that contact?
Yeah, well, my grandpas are like in their own personal isolations. Like
Okay.
they're not, we're not like kind of interacting with them too much. I mean, not physically. Like we FaceTime them and call them. They call me every day. You know what I mean? Like we talk. But yeah, my parents and my brother and sister are home from college as well because you know school's canceled
Yeah.
for the rest of the year. My brother's a senior and my sister's a freshman, so they missed their like senior and freshman years.
I don't know if it would be good or bad. I don't know how I'd feel about that at the time. I'd be like,
Yeah,
great,
I mean,
but
I didn't go to college, so I can't attest to the feelings.
yeah,
I can attest to the FOMO though that I felt not going to college, so I can assume that that's
that's
what
it.
you're feeling. So, but yeah, we're able to like to see each other because they live really close to me, and we just kind of that's like we're just seeing each other, you know.
Yeah. No, I was just watching your video for 50 Feet, and I was just thinking, like, you probably didn't know this at the time because of when it was filmed, but it celebrates family, you know, it celebrates friends, it celebrates home, all these things that
Closeness.
we
It
don't even
celebrates
realize.
closeness, warmth.
Yeah. We don't even realize that these are privileges until they're taken away from us.
It's interesting, right? That we have to have something so beautiful taken away for us to realize
Yeah.
how important and necessary it is. And actually,
Right?
how it's actually the only thing that's important because we're at this time right now where everything's on a halt, right?
Yeah.
At halt. And we are forced to observe the systems at play and forced to observe what they actually, how they actually feel about their workforce. You know what I mean? And like, and about their citizens. And I feel like that whole situation is just very eye-opening and very aligning and kind of getting in touch with what's really going on and
Yeah.
how we can navigate that, you know.
Yeah. We were just talking about the music that you're playing and the books that you're reading. What artists are helping get you through at the moment?
I've been listening to a lot of like old school stuff. Like
Nice.
last night I went through a lot of like there's like oldies like Bob Marley and like Miles Davis and Aretha and The Doors and Fleetwood Mac. Like I just been down memory lane
Nice.
vibes.
No, I'm here for that.
Yeah, and then so I've been listening to a lot of that. I listened to a lot of Janae. Janae Aiko's new
Yeah.
album Chigumbo is incredible.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, I've been I'm still listening to Summer Walker's record. I am. Like, a lot of like James Blake, very calming energy. Yeah.
Nice. I think that it's important, and it's also nice. Sometimes I just need to like ask someone, and then it gives you ideas, and you think, actually, why did I not think to listen to that album? Because they slip your mind. There's so much out there, but now is a really good time to focus in. I guess a part of staying positive as well is to look to the future. Do you have anything in particular you're like looking forward to on the other side?
I want to tour.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people watching right now would like you to tour as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually like drop full on music and have people have an album from me and be able to kind of like explore that deeper. And especially connect with my fans, like because what I'm also noticing is as I'm releasing music is that I have a beautiful like global fan base.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's really international, and there's a lot of people around the world who are interested in what I have to say and what I'm singing and my voice and my art, you know. So I'm excited to like explore the world and meet those people and connect with those people and sing for them, you know. I'm really excited about it. And explore their homes, you know. I'm really excited.
Well, you're able to connect with them. I saw on Sundays you're doing attunement on your Instagram.
I'm sorry?
On Sundays, you do attunement on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Just talk me through a little bit what that is and how you're connecting with fans that way.
Yeah, so I had always had this kind of idea, because a huge part of me as a person is kind of my spirituality and just my connection with spirit and my growth towards my higher self. Like, I feel like that's kind of been my whole journey and battle through this like industry, which is so the opposite of like soul enriching sometimes. I think that that's been my main mission, is to make sure that I keep myself, find myself, and grow towards myself.
Yeah.
So that's been something that I've always been really passionate about. And I feel like this is a perfect time for me to like share that and my journey with that healing, and how like just different, honestly, all I'm doing is just sharing different little healing techniques, tools, modes, modalities that I've like gone through and learned through, and are like tools in my toolbox that help me feel better.
Yeah.
And that have helped me come to a place of equilibrium, because I also have suffered from like anxiety and depression and all kinds of, you know, the feelings and voices and things that just don't feel right, you know. And I feel like I've grown a lot out of that, and also I'm always growing towards being better, you know. So I think that now is a perfect time to share that with people who feel like they're going through the same thing and happen to like watch what I do, you know.
Yeah.
If you happen to be able to tune in and you happen to be able to care or want to know more about like just ways you can help heal yourself and find yourself, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, loads of your fans have been watching and getting in touch, and I'm trying to like keep up with all of these questions. There's so many. I'm going to go with this one first. Remember, you can just leave questions in the comments below. Going to go with this one first from Rita. It says, I know that writing an album takes a lot of time, and during those months you go through a lot of feelings, a lot of stages. How do you manage to organize everything into a final project?
That is a great question.
Good question, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Past like 2.5 years almost that I've been writing has been like they said, like a journey and a process of getting to know myself, kind of releasing layers of myself. And I will say there's songs that I've written that I don't even like resonate with anymore. It's just like I got them out when I had to get them out, and then that's like what it was. And it doesn't necessarily need to be shared, or it doesn't necessarily need to be part of where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've had quite a few little growth moments, but then also a lot of those songs are like really special to me and really relevant to the story, I feel like. And when I say story, I simply mean like my own journey, you know, like, and I think that that's kind of all I want to give as an artist, is like my own experiences and the honesty of that.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can give. Like, that's what art is like, to me, is like expressing what your soul's feeling at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it'll still resonate with how your soul feels when you release it, and then sometimes it won't. So I have songs that really do resonate, and I have songs that don't fit with those that resonate and have to go in another kind of section. And it's just like I have little posters, and I just write down all the songs and kind of try to group them properly.
Yeah. Well, because we're human, right? We're in flux and in motion. We're constantly like changing and evolving. We're dynamic. So there's no reason that something you felt at this one point would necessarily still stand like 2 years down the line. Sometimes it takes a long time to write an album. There's all sorts of moving parts. I like this question.
Some of the best albums that there ever were, like the artists really took their time with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not to say there aren't also a bunch of really incredible albums that, you know, people just popped out like quick, like. but
Yeah.
But some of my favorite artists are really, like, they take their time with their shit. They're curating their heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think there'll be a lot of quarantine babies come out, like not just babies, but like artistic babies, like a lot of albums.
Okay, I was like, girl, what?
I mean, probably that too. Probably that too, though. I stand by that. But also like creative babies.
No babies over here. I will be touring. I will be single. Like, no babies.
I got a question from someone called Unspecific, who says, what did your parents tell you when you asked them to participate in the 50 Feet music video?
So at first, my mom was like, absolutely not. Like,
no.
I don't want a bunch of fucking strangers in my house. It's not happening. Because she's very energy based and stuff. I was like, Mom,
sure,
this has to happen. It's important.
I want you in my video.
We have to capture us. We have to capture this space. Like, just it's like a little, for me, it's like a time capsule of just everyone that means a lot to me in the space that raised me. You know what I mean? I think that that's like the most important thing to me in the world. Well, one of the most important things to me in the world. So like to capture it in like a little video where I'm talking about keeping my energy safe and protected. Like I think it's really, I love it, and I'm glad that she finally gave in.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
No, it's good. The thing is with mums, often you'd be like, come on, they're like, no, no, no. And then they do it and they're like, actually,
Actually, I'm done.
I'm fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah, she got her makeup done. My
Cool.
sister's in it too. Everybody got their makeup done.
Nice. I've got a lot of questions coming in from various people asking about quite specific artists, whether you collaborate with them, but I'll just kind of round them into one. Which artists would you love to collaborate with? I know it's a question you get asked all the time, but there's lots of good ones out there.
Saying it, opportunities to manifest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I love James Blake.
Yeah.
I would love to do a song with Janae.
Yeah. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, I think it would be really beautiful.
Yeah.
And just shooting for the stars, like Kendrick Lamar.
Say it, put it in the universe.
Yeah, I think he just has such an incredible pen, and musicality, understanding of music. It's just like so. He's a legend.
Yeah.
And such an inspiration to me. So I think I would one day we're gonna grow there.
You've said it now. I maybe he'll see this. Maybe. Who knows? I think we're running out of time, and I'm so sorry because there's so many questions coming in. Oh man, I wish I could ask you all. Is there anything that you would like to say to your fans right here, right now? Anything that maybe they don't know about you, or anything that you're feeling right now towards them, especially in this time?
Anything they don't know about me? Not that I haven't wanted to share. I think I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. I love you. That I can tell you.
Sometimes I think that's all anyone needs to hear.
Yeah, they know that already though.
I like this question from Kay. Would you ever consider writing a poetry book? Because music is so often poetry.
Yeah, I have definitely yeah, I have a lot of poetry.
Yeah. Is that something that you put on paper and publish?
I have a bunch of it already on paper because I usually write poems. And then I have a couple ideas.
Okay.
They're coming.
They're coming. Another thing that a lot of fans are asking about, whether it's coming, loads of questions about an album and an album name. What can we look forward to? What can we expect?
Well, the album will be coming this year. I have the name already, but I'm not going to tell you because... What? Not yet.
Fine.
I know you feel me. It's okay. I'll tell you like later.
No,
yeah,
we're not.
It's coming out off the record
this year.
Yeah, that's my ideal goal. Like obviously we're in quarantine, so it's kind of it takes having to like talk to people and coordinate people's schedules while they're in the middle of having to deal with a lot of stuff going on. So but I am definitely like I'm personally working on like getting all the lyrics right, figuring like knowing what I want to do to each song so that I can just knock it out.
Yeah. And then off the back of an album, a tour?
Of course.
Obvio. Sí.
Have you seen
Estaba hablando en español antes, pero...
sí, ¿tú hablas español?
Sí. Un poco, sí. No he practicado mucho tiempo.
Okay, ¿y dónde lo aprendiste?
En la universidad y vivía en Buenos Aires, en Argentina, un año.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sí.
So, ¿hiciste como un programa de intercambio?
Sí, un poco como eso. Anyway, on that note, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hey,
Spanish!
Just showing off now in front of your fans.
I see you.
It's been so lovely to speak to you. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to the album, the poetry book, which someone has called their new Bible, so I'm here for it.
There we are.
And the tour eventually, but just look after yourself, stay safe.
Thank you. You too,
I hope your quarantine's okay. Mwah.